Hey guys, today we are going to talk about the area of a parallelogram. So previously we learned about a area of a square, and the formula is area equals base times height. Today we are dealing with parallelograms, and on the right we have a parallelogram. We know it's a parallelogram because this side and this side, they are equal. They are parallel, which means they never touch, and also we know that these two sides are parallel to each other because they will never touch. So the formula for an area of a parallelogram is also area equals base times height. You might be wondering why. The reason why is if I cut this piece off and I move it over here, do you know what shape it forms? It forms a rectangle, which is also a type of quadrilateral which falls in the family of a square. Therefore, the formula is area equals base times height. So now let's try a problem. Well, I have a parallelogram and I know that the height is 4 and the base is 6. So if I take off this piece of a triangle and move it here, this would form a rectangle. So all I have to do is plug it into my formula to figure out the area. So I'm going to substitute my variable, which is the base first, which is 6 feet, times the height, which is 4 feet. And when I multiply 6 times 4, that is equal to 24. Now the thing is, what am I going to do with my feet? Well, since I have feet times feet, that becomes feet to the second power, or we have square feet, which is the area. Now I want you to try number 2 on your grade page. So I will do this problem very slowly. Let's go ahead and start off with writing our formula down. Now I want you to think, what is the base? What is the height? So if you thought that the base was 7 centimeters, you are absolutely right. Now let's think about what the height is. The height is 5 centimeters. Great job. So now we are going to find the product of the base and the height so we can get our area. Go ahead and try to solve that. So if you got A equals 35, you are partly there. So now we need to look at the unit of measurement. What are we going to do with that? If you multiply centimeters times centimeters, you should have gotten centimeters to the second power, or squared centimeters, sorry. Okay, great job. You just found the area of a parallelogram. So now I'm going to try another example. This time they give me the dimensions of the parallelogram, but they don't give me the picture. So I need to figure out what the height is. So I am going to continue to use my formula, which is area equals base times height. And if it helps, you can draw a picture of your parallelogram. So here's my picture, and it's not the greatest, but the area is 247 inches squared, which is the area is the inside of the shape. My base is 19 inches, and then my height is a big question mark because I do not know what it is. So I'm going to use my formula for area of parallelogram, which is area equals base times height. So I'm going to substitute my variables. So now I have 247 squared inches is equal to 19 times h. Well, I need to figure out what the height is, so I need to isolate the variable. I need to solve for h. So since I am multiplying by 19, I am going to do my inverse operation. So I'm going to divide that side by 19 inches. But since this is an equation, I have to also divide the other side by 19 inches. So I know 247 divided by 19 is equal to 13. Now that leaves me with the squared inch and the inch, so I am going to divide that. And I know an inch divided by inch is equal to a whole, and that leaves me with 13 inches, which is the height. Congratulations, you did it.